What it do, man? We got Mr. Nightmare, 4 true highway horror stories. Story number 1.
Mr. Nightmare, didn't he suck?
He's not Ghost. We have to keep in mind he's not Ghost.
It was about 4 in the morning one Saturday.
More horror
I was driving
story.
to work down the interstate. I was in the middle lane moving pretty quickly because I was already running a bit late to work that morning. So when I noticed a car in my left mirror catching me pretty quickly, I was almost alarmed. I had to already be going like 75 to 80, so he had to be going anywhere from 90 to 100.
First of all, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Because I ain't your horror story. I'm
not saying you my horror story.
But that ain't
I'm
me.
saying we've experienced that.
The car quickly caught up to me. It was a gray Honda Accord coupe. I took
that
a
was
look
you.
into the car.
I used to
see
have
who
one of
was
those.
behind the wheel. Even though it was still dark out, I could see the driver looking back at me as he passed. Then I noticed someone in the back seat too. It was a young woman who appeared to be banging on the back window. Initially, I didn't understand. I assumed it was a girl messing with me or whatever.
Nah, that's crazy.
It's
At 4 in the
usually not a
morning?
person's first instinct to assume something sinister is going on. But when I saw the driver apparently push her down under the window, the car swerve at the same time, then I knew something was wrong. That woman was trying to get someone's attention and call for help. I started to speed up a little bit and got behind them so I could keep up. I could see the driver continuously reach into the back of the car with a swinging motion. He looked to be hitting her.
Yeah, he was doing
He was flailing in the back of the car. I was in complete shock. I was actually witnessing a kidnapping right in front of me. As I was behind...
That's another thing I don't want to experience. I don't want to witness a crime. I don't want to witness a crime.
Miles per
Nah,
hour.
that's crazy.
I took out my phone and called 911.
Well, crime like
As I was on the phone, the car in front of me's
well,
brake lights lit up, and he started to slow down to a gradual stop. He definitely noticed that I saw what was going on and thought that I was following him. As much as I wanted to save that woman's life, I didn't know if the driver was armed with a gun or not, so I pulled around him and floored it. I wanted to keep behind them.
Gotta be careful.
So this is what I do in that situation, right?
Hold on, stop watching the video. The merch is live. You gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Shop InternetCity.com. If you a real laugh-aholic, look, we got waffle. You know what I'm saying? I love them. Go to shop InternetCity.com. You got till July 1st, people. You got till July 1st. He grabbed my man boots. I'm done with you. You sexy, Michael.
He stop, I stop. As soon as he get out the car, I'm flooring it and I'm gonna run him over. Boom, boom, boom. You just keep going. Now you're dead. I'm a hero.
What if it ended up being his daughter that's acted up?
I just gotta go in that car with a shotgun.
Pulled off the...
You gotta plant the shotgun
For
in there.
who?
I'ma plant it on her. She killed him.
You hit him!
Didn't go entirely up the exit ramp. I waited for the car to pass by down the highway. Then I drove over the grass and back onto the highway.
Sneaky.
Began to floor it to catch up to the car, all while still talking to 911, telling them where we were, what kind of car they were in, and how fast we were going. I was easily going 90 again to catch up to them. As I caught up to the car again, going at insane speed, he noticed me again even before I got too close. He started to brake in front of me again.
You gotta cut the
I tried
lights
to go
on.
around him, but he cut me off.
Oh.
I had to stop. He got out from his car and started running towards my car with something in his hand.
Lock the door.
In a panic, I threw the car in reverse until he stopped chasing me. Then I put it back in drive before he could get back in his car, and I drove quickly past him. The 911 operator...
You should've hit him!
Nah, because now you a freaking criminal.
Told me there was a state trooper not far ahead from our location, and to just keep driving until I passed him. The man in the car behind me continued to follow me, both of us still going at an insane 90 miles per hour plus.
I'm out
The
of
weight
there.
of 1,000,000 pounds released off my shoulders when the flashing blue and red lights appeared in my rearview mirror behind the car chasing me. With me in front of him and the cop behind him, he didn't have much maneuverability, and he quickly pulled over onto the grass.
No choice.
I pulled over in front of him, but with at least 2 cars worth of space between us, because I still didn't know how this was about to go down.
What if it's no girl?
The cop with his gun drawn got the guy out of the car with his hands up. By then, I got out and watched the whole thing. He was on the ground in cuffs now, laying on his stomach. Another police car showed up, and another cop entered the scene. The woman in the back of the car was let out.
Okay, she was
badly
there.
beaten, in tears, and extremely ecstatic to be saved, and she kept praising me for saving her life.
That's scary as
The
heck.
driver of the car was her ex-boyfriend, who had come to her house, and when she refused to talk to him, he attacked her, grabbed her, and threw her in the back of his car, which had the child locks on. It's scary to think where he might have been
Bro,
taken.
y'all always be careful. Always protect yourself.
Protect yourself.
Keep a taser. Keep some pepper spray.
If you know they crazy, take precautions.
And if you if you ever need to make sure you super safe, if you got a taser and pepper spray, put the taser up. Fire the pepper spray through it. It's a flamethrower.
To do to her. If
I just made that up. I don't know if it's really a flamethrower.
You might flamethrower yourself. You never know.
anybody else didn't
But
witness
be
her
careful,
screaming
y'all.
for help in the back of the car.
That's scary.
That is. Jeez Louise.
Nah. Ooh. I
Bob Mangthol. Okay. Story number 2. He should have gave the stories names.
I made a trip to visit Boston to support a family member who was running the Boston.
Never going to Boston. Never.
Well, first of all, I've heard some things about,
What?
how they don't like our kind.
They don't like black people in Boston?
Marathon. I was driving from Chicago to Massachusetts and had to take Route 20, possibly the longest highway in the United States. I don't much
You
like
drove?
flying, so I decided to start driving
Chicago
around
to
3 p.m.
Boston.
after
Oh.
work. My GPS was telling me it would be a 15-hour drive, so knowing how I drove...
15 hours from
probably be
Chicago to
14
Boston?
hours. My ETA was telling me 6 a.m. I was expecting 5 a.m. if I didn't stop. I'm the type who doesn't like to make many stops on long car rides.
He like to beat the
Bang out
GPS.
whole ride in one go.
Yeah, you got to.
You got
Most
to.
of Route 20 is open land.
Nah.
There isn't a whole lot of traffic in a lot of it.
Nah.
Say 10 hours in, around 1
Nope.
a.m. I was basically one of the only cars on the highway.
Man, no.
Can't
bro.
do
I
a
had
roll
music
like that.
blasting to keep me awake.
That's scary.
That's why I hate going to Austin from Beaumont, Texas.
Oh,
to Austin.
that black road.
Once you get past Houston and Brenham and all that,
That black is darkness.
It's country.
Comparatively almost done. Not really, but I was optimistic. I was starting to get slightly tired though, even after the 2 cups of coffee I drank. I
gotta
didn't
get
want
a
to fall
5-hour
off for more
energy.
coffee though, so I tanked through it.
You
It
got
would
to.
make finally collapsing into a bed when I'd get there all the more rewarding.
No, that's scary.
Sometimes
I was
it ain't
the
worth
only
it.
car in sight. Then
But I'm gonna be honest, you gotta be smart, not dumb, because I fell asleep while driving one time and I flew straight off the side.
Off the side of what?
The highway? Where? We ain't gonna talk about that. But you know how like on the side of the highway there, like some parts
The
of
grass goes lower.
yeah. So
All right, Agent Zero.
I was
In what
It
car?
was a rough day. It was some rough times, man.
What car?
You know?
What
next
car?
thing I knew, there were
What car?
It don't matter.
Black and white.
It doesn't matter.
headlights in my rear view.
It was
I was in the left lane and he was kind of on my ass, so I switched to the right lane.
Hold on.
Oh, there's a car.
I was in the left lane and
Wait.
then next thing I knew, there were headlights in my rear view mirror.
Okay.
I was in the left lane and he was kind of on my ass, so I switched to the right lane. He sped up a bit, passed by me, then for some reason slowed to match my speed, just as
I
my
hate when
front
people
bumper
do that.
aligned
I
with
hate
his
when
rear
people do
bumper.
that.
Then he just matched my speed for the longest time.
That's weird.
Started to speed up to pass him. As soon as I got in front of him, he turned into my lane behind me, so close it almost looked like he was going to clip my car.
Being
I had
weird,
no choice
man.
but to speed up even more to get him off my ass.
Jeez.
I wasn't looking to be the victim of a road rage incident.
Fact.
Not
At
at
this
all.
hour especially.
That's why I keep
As I
blinking.
sped up, so did he. I switched into the left lane, and so did he.
That's scary,
Now
bro.
I knew something was wrong. Couldn't be an unmarked cop. It was some old...
Why
He can't
would
have a
you?
blick because they going state to state.
Man, that's scary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's-
like going to LA, we can't have a
We
blick.
can't handle.
Texas, we can.
Hey, but you know that's why I'm like tomorrow I'm going to get some pepper spray and I'm getting a stun gun. I can bring that. I can't bring it on the plane. Never mind. I can't
Yeah,
bring
you
it.
got to get it out there and leave it.
I'm bringing it on the plane.
Don't say that. You're not bringing nothing on the
So you can't bring. I don't think you because I know you can't bring pepper spray.
We don't know. We're on the video.
We're not doing
We're
anything.
not doing
illegal.
anything.
We're asking questions. But no, isn't it illegal to bring pepper spray? I heard any aerosol stuff like that. Like they even trip about some colognes too.
ratty pickup truck. The truck started to flash its lights behind me. I didn't slow down. I was honestly afraid, because I had never experienced anything on the road like this. I kept driving, stepping on the gas just a bit to increase my speed 5 to 10 miles per hour, hoping to pass a cop or any other cars for that matter. But I couldn't see another set of taillights as far as the eye could see.
That's scary.
Just a very
It's probably
seldom
pitch
cars
black.
zooming past on the other side of the highway.
Yup.
The pickup truck behind me then switched lanes
Oh,
and
it's
floored
a
it.
truck,
I heard the
too.
aggressive roar of his truck's engine passing me. He cut in front of me.
What
You
a
said
diesel.
it's a pickup truck. Why you got a diesel engine?
I mean, that's a pickup truck. A diesel can be a
Nah, that sounds like an 18-wheeler.
No, them country motherfuckers with the black
But
smoke.
this sound like an 18-wheeler.
Some of them be sounding like that.
Man, they be sounding
with the black smoke.
Passing me.
They be sounding like that.
Nah.
The wide bodies with the
the dually.
I tried to swerve around him, but he kept blocking me. I was forced to stomp on the brakes too. I started to honk because it's all I could do. As we slowed, the man in front of me put on his hazards and started waving his arm out the window, signaling for me to pull to the side of the road.
Nah.
I obviously didn't listen. I took the chance to quickly pull around him as he started pulling off the grass.
Not at 1 a.m.
And then I floored it. My sedan could easily escape his pickup truck, but I hit 100 and he was still not far behind me. I got off the highway at the first
What if
exit.
he's trying to get help?
I stopped at the red light at the end of the exit ramp, not expecting him to still be behind me, but they were. The pickup truck's headlights pulled up behind me. Then the truck pulled up to the red light next to me. I looked to my left at the truck, and the window rolled down. Inside were 3 people. I'd assume men, wearing vendetta masks.
Oh,
They
no.
all looked at me, trying to scare me, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
It worked. I blew the red light onto the main road, and finally, there were at least other cars around. The pickup truck finally stopped following me. At a certain point, I was scared I was going to be killed. It was more than just a road rage incident.
No, they was targeted.
In fact, I don't even remember seeing a plate on that truck. All I know is it was some 90s black pickup truck. After that, I parked in a Walmart parking lot and fell asleep. I woke up around and finished the drive.
How could you sleep like that?
How could you sleep anywhere near there? Anywhere.
Well, Walmart, I feel Walmart because Walmart used to be 24 hours. But how you sleep?
It would have had to have been like far away from where this all took place.
Oh, well, he said the guy started following after a while. So I'm guessing it's some distance. It sounds like
family about the incident. And I warn everybody to be careful when driving late at night.
I'd be scared to sleep in the parking lot after that.
I ain't gonna hold you.
But he was
I tell everybody, if you live in Texas, carry that blick.
Yeah. Or the state that allows it.
It was a Tuesday night in March. I was driving back from a friend's house in the city. A trek that would take me about an hour in decent weather. But a deep fog had set in on the long,
I hate fog and deep and
after
a
midnight,
lot of rain.
This particular stretch of road was often abandoned, save for the odd semi, their plates showing unfamiliar lettering and colors from places I'd never been to. It was 1 a.m. It had been a long day, wandering around for hours with my
I ain't gonna hold you. Hearing stuff like this, it be making me want to be in the house early.
friend, shopping, checking out new cafes. It had left me tired. My eyelids were heavy, and the impenetrable fog made the highway an unending, drifting mess of hypnotizing gray. I drove cautiously, at times slowing my speed to a steady crawl, flashing my hazard lights to...
It's not the real... It's not the real person.
I know.
Oh, there's some cars.
I know.
It's not the real... It's stock footage, Eric. Are you okay? You tired? Because I know I'm getting tired. Come on, put your headphones back. Take that L, buddy. Come on. Man.
I know I was there.
Man.
Suddenly, a vehicle appeared. Its wheels half on the highway and half on the shoulder.
Okay.
I slammed on my brake. Vehicle appeared. Its wheels half on the highway and half on the shoulder. I slammed on my brakes and pulled over behind it, narrowly passing by the bumper. My heart was beating heavily after the near miss, so I put my car into park to catch my breath behind the black sedan. I watched as the car began slowly rolling forward off the road, so it was fully parked on the shoulder. The car sat for a moment,
he almost hit
and the
somebody
driver's
on the
side window
shoulder.
rolled down. An arm appeared and did a waving motion to pull over. At this point, the adrenaline from the sudden stop was still pumping through my body.
Yeah, you up now.
It made sense to move further off the road. I followed the car as it took a slight turn onto a side road.
No.
Stop, and the driver's side door opened. The driver walked towards me through the fog, a tall, lean guy wearing a black winter jacket and jeans. He looked younger, 30-ish, and he was smiling as he approached my car, illuminated by my headlights. I rolled down my window a crack, thinking maybe he was coming up to apologize for his unsafe parking. He got to my window and then motioned for me to roll it down further. I shook my head no, feeling uneasy.
There you go.
I would be able to hear him. He asked where I was heading, and I said home. He said the fog wasn't supposed to let up anytime soon, and that it wasn't safe to drive in. I let him know I was okay with it. He raised his eyebrows and asked why I pulled over then. I didn't want to start anything with this man, so I lied and said I had gotten a phone call and needed to pull over to answer it.
Okay.
He smirked.
Good lie.
It felt like he could tell I was lying. He said he lived with his wife and son just down the road, about 5 minutes.
Nah. I
shook my head again, but he wasn't taking no for an answer. He tried.
If I'm gonna pull over, I'm not pulling over around you, because I don't trust you.
Bro, first of all, man, I love being in Texas because I'm gonna pull that blick.
Back up, Aaron, pull the blick.
Back up.
And y'all need to pull out your credit cards and get some of this Internet City merch. Shop InternetCity.com. Ow!
Me saying how it's 10 times more likely for me to die in a car crash when it's foggy, and that I looked tired and I should really think of my family before getting back on the road.
But not around you.
He was getting angry. He began looking
Why are you
back
getting
at his
mad?
car, and I saw someone move in the passenger seat I hadn't seen before. Suddenly the man was grabbing at my door handle trying to open it. Thankfully it was locked. The passenger door to the car opened and another man came running towards me with a baseball bat.
Hit the gas!
I put my car in reverse. The driver yelled something at him as I hit the gas. He took a swing at my car but missed. Luckily I hadn't pulled too far off the highway, but it was hard to tell where this road ended and the highway began as I backed up in the heavy fog. I turned my wheels and put my car into drive, praying there was no traffic coming up behind me. I floored it as I haphazardly merged onto the highway, not looking back.
Get out of there.
I wonder when I'm driving that stretch
Get out of there.
If they tried to stop anyone else that night.
Yeah?
What would have happened to me had I rolled my window down further?
Bro, people are weird. You're weird.
People are evil.
Evil and weird.
Stop adding this heartbeat.
That gazer energy.
Scary things can happen on the road at night. Nighttime is when the creeps and weirdos come out.
Of course.
So you have to be extra careful. This was in 2020, right around when COVID started.
This video reminds me of that movie, The Strangers.
The Strangers.
Family on vacation. Evil family started tormenting them on purpose with no other reason other than to kill them. And they killed them. It didn't end with the people winning. They all died. The whole family, the parents, the kids were murderers. They killed another family just because.
I would often work overnight shifts at a hospital. My hours would be all over the place. I would always take the same route home, a parkway that I take 10 miles north to my town.
Right.
It's never a busy parkway, even during the daytime. So at night, I'm almost always completely alone on the road. COVID just made it even more of a ghost town. I never even see any state police at night either. Usually this is convenient for me as I get home quicker without any slow drivers around me. It was one night I was driving home in the middle of the night, or rather early hours of the morning.
Okay.
I see a red flashing SOS light stand perched up on the side of the road.
Okay.
As it's shown, you would light up the taillights of the car parked on the side of the road. Clearly someone was in need of assistance, and I was, I guess, in a good mood that night, so I pulled over in front of the car. As I passed the car, I saw a man waving his arms in the air. I put my hazards on and stepped out of my car to approach the man.
More like a trap for a smart criminal. Based on his skin tone
and slight accent, he was a Hispanic man. Due to the COVID mask he was wearing, though, I couldn't gauge how old he was. But if I had to guess, I'd say late 20s, early 30s. I asked him what the problem was. He said his battery died after he stayed pulled over for too long. I asked him if he had jumper cables, because I did not. He said no.
Well, I can't help you then, buddy.
I could be of assistance other than offering him a ride.
Never.
Not at night, especially.
For the rest of my life, I will never.
I don't even want to give cousins a ride from family.
Bro, I didn't want to give Mike a ride back from our barber.
That's crazy.
Like,
while we stopped, I kind of wish I had a voice like Mr. Nightmare, Smooth Criminal. You know, be able to tell stories, seduce the ladies. You know, he's seducing me right now, and I'm here for it.
But then
you're married. You know, you don't need to seduce the ladies. Stop trying to be a whore. Your whore days are over.
He asked if he could borrow my cell phone. He said his phone died too.
I don't even like doing that.
To hand this stranger on the side of the road my phone, but
I don't know you.
I unlocked it for him and opened the phone app. He proceeded to call someone, then slowly walked away as he started to talk.
Slowly walking away. What you walking away for?
The car door was open though, so I kind of decided to just take it upon myself to sit in the front seat and try turning the car on myself. And sure enough, the keys were in the ignition still. I turned the key one click to the right, and to my surprise, the battery turned on.
Lying a-hole.
Oh, that's crazy.
Lying a-hole. Now you gotta weirdly actually your phone back, get up out of there.
Turning the hazards on, they worked. I turned the radio on and it worked. So I then turned the key once more to the right to start the car now, and it started on the first try. I didn't have enough time to think about how I might have just walked into a trap, because as soon as the car turned on, I felt two arms wrap around my throat trying to choke me. I heard a voice yelling from outside, "Hey, hey," over and over. It was the guy with my phone. I broke out of the person in the back seat's grip pretty easily. I looked at him, and it was a young teenage kid in the back seat. The man with my phone was running back towards his car, screaming at me. I picked flight over fight and ran back to my car and got out of there as soon as the car was on.
Forget the phone.
I swear to God, I heard a loud pop from outside that I found out moments later was a gunshot. My rear windshield had a hole in it, with multiple cracks surrounding the hole. I couldn't call police until I got home since that guy still had my phone.
Dang.
I got home and told my parents, then went ahead and called 911 using the house phone. I explained to the police that I was led into a trap, that someone was hiding in the backseat, and that the man who shot at my car still had my phone, which was still unlocked with all my personal information on it. The police recommended I call AT&T immediately and asked them to track the last call that was made within the hour. But AT&T customer service didn't open until 7 a.m., so I had to wait. The cop's still there though. I used Find My iPhone on my dad's phone to lock my phone, which I hoped was before they could have found our home address on there. Come 7 a.m., I called AT&T to ask if they could track the last call made, but there were no calls logged since my phone call with my mom earlier the previous day at work. That meant the man never actually made a phone call to anyone. I found out some more horrible news. All the Bitcoin I was holding in my Coinbase account was gone. Many thousands of dollars worth of it, sent to some random Bitcoin wallet address, completely untrackable. The phone's location stopped updating once the thief either disposed of or turned off the phone. I never got it back.
Dang,
a week after this incident, I woke up to my mom's concerned voice. My dad knocked on my door and told me to come downstairs and outside.
What happened?
I was scared, but I followed him.
What?
He said he and my mom heard someone in our backyard, but when we checked, we didn't see anyone there. My mom wanted to call the cops, but my dad said we'd hold off until we heard another noise, which we never did. I don't know if what they heard was a person, but if it was, I really hope it wasn't that man who had my phone.
Exactly.
My address was saved everywhere on that phone.
Oh.
Regardless, it's been 2 years now, so it's easy over.
Okay.
Still, I will never stop to help somebody on a highway at night ever again.
Never!
Ever.
Never!
Ever.
Don't do it!
Will not.
Hey man, click the next video. And while you there, subscribe, you doofus smirk.